Instead of assigning value to arguments inside a scientific document and whether or not those arguments are actually true, peer review has devolved into a room full of faceless heads nodding at each other, and that leads to grant money. Now, this kind of system is deeply flawed, and the failure of peer review has been under construction for a long time, given how much obvious junk science is there. I mean, have you read The Scientific American lately? I wouldn't call it the same thing that we were reading when we were young. Now, the rest of the world had a chance to laugh at this absurdity a while ago, and I still think this is one of the best moments of media. There was an academic host conducted by 3 scholars who submitted 20 fake papers to peer review. These were the most clickbaity topics you can possibly imagine, under the areas of, I think it was gender, queer studies, fat studies. It was basically academic trolling like you do online, but they wrote actual whole journals for it. Now, by the time the hoaxers pulled their experiment, they had 7 articles accepted by serious peer-reviewed journals, and one of them was in the area of gender studies, which is what got them into trouble. It wasn't the scientific community that caught them out. It was the Wall Street Journal, of all things. Now, one of the authors realised that the paper author did not exist. Now, no doubt the Wall Street Journal discovered this when they saw the headline. I'm going to read this carefully because it's a doozy. Human reactions to rape culture and queer performativity in urban dog parks in Portland, Oregon. I'm guessing the Wall Street Journal thought there was something up with that one. But the hoaxers had a serious point, and that is this. In the postmodernist world of so-called science, conclusions are being driven by consensus of activism and political theory rather than reality. And worse than that, the truth is actively being rejected if it happens to interfere with this activist feeling, or worse, it hurts the feelings and the bank balances of those who are funding it. Effectively, what our hoaxers were saying is that consensus-driven science has made the scientific community ridiculous. And no, we are not only picking on those little fake sciences. STEM has a problem as well. The United Nations Secretary General doesn't just stand up out of nowhere and go on some unhinged rant about global boiling. His speech was empowered by the failure of science and the establishment of a tyrannical consensus funded by corporate and political interests, which has started a new truth.